Hi all, welcome to Smart Coaching. Today we are going to study about Old English period or Anglo-Saxon period. So these are the only points that you should study for NTA NET English exam. Okay, you just have to study these points and you'll be able to crack all the questions from Old English period and Anglo-Saxon period. So be ready. Be with a paper or pen and please note down these points. These are only points and it's very easy to study and you will be complete Old English and Anglo-Saxon period in just a half an hour or maximum 1 hour. Okay. So let's start this Old English period or Anglo-Saxon period. Okay. It starts from 450 to 1066 and the century is 5th century to 11th century. So they will ask these years. Next question they're going to ask is, what is the official language of Anglo-Saxon period? So the official language of Anglo-Saxon period is Latin. Okay, Latin language is the official language of upper class of Anglo-Saxon period. Okay, next question is, who all came to England from Germany? So the Angles, Saxons and Jutes came to England from Germany and defeated the English tribes and started their reign in 450, that is 5th century. So അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഓൾഡ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, so the Angles who all came, Angles, Saxons and Jutes came to England from Germany. Okay, and they defeated the English tribes and started their reign in 450, that is 5th century. So thus started the Old English or Anglo-Saxon period, and Anglo-Saxon period is called so because Anglo-Saxons and Jutes came to defeat. The Anglo-Saxon period ends with Norman conquest. So that be another question. The Anglo-Saxon period ends with Norman conquest, and Norman conquest happened in 1066. And why it is called Norman conquest? Because the Normans, Britain, Flemish and French people, the army of Norman, Britain, Flemish and French invaded and occupied England. The army is led by Duke of Normandy. Who is Duke of Normandy? William the Conqueror. Okay, so the Anglo-Saxon period begins with Angles, Saxons and Jutes. They came to England from Germany in 450 and ends with Norman conquest in 1066, that is 11th century, by the invasion and occupation of England by the army of Norman, Britain, Flemish and French. The army was led by the Duke of Normandy. So which is the official language of Anglo-Saxon period? It is Latin. I think it is clear. So these are the only points from this portion, and move on to the next. So what were the poetries of early English period or Old English period? The poetries were, they wrote epic poetries, they wrote hagiographies, sermons, Bible translations, chronicles, riddles, etc. Next point is, Christianity reached England and Christianization of pagan happened. So during that time, gradually Christianity came to England. So Christianity came to England on Anglo-Saxon period or Old English period. Okay, Christianity came to England and Christianization of pagans happened. The next point is, monasteries were established in 7th century. So which century? 7th century. Monasteries were established where written literature began. So written literature began in 7th century. That is another question. So before 7th century there was only oral poetries or sermons or Bibles, and everything was oral. So in 7th centuries written literature began and monasteries were established. Okay, in 7th century another important work, Catman's hymns came. So who is Catman? Catman is considered as the first non-poet of English because written literature began in only 7th century, right? So Catman was the first non-poet of English and he wrote so many hymns, Catman's hymns. And this Catman hymns still survives as the oldest work of English literature. Why? 7th century-ilana it began, right? Written literature began. So Caedmon's hymns obviously will be considered as the oldest work of English literature, and Caedmon is considered as the first known poet of English. Okay. Next question is about Venerable Bede. Venerable Bede is the father of English history. He is considered as the father of English history. Be careful with that, because he is not the father of English poetry or literature or anything, but he is the father of English history. And he is considered as the first historian. Okay, so Venerable Bede is considered as the first historian or father of English history. He wrote the work which is very important, the Ecclesiastical History of English People. Okay, the Ecclesiastical History of English People, which is also known as Historia Ecclesiastica Gentis Anglorum. Historia Ecclesiastica Gentis Anglorum. So this is all about Venerable Bede. Now, let's move on to next question. You should remember these names, okay? The classics of the period. So the classics of Old English or Anglo-Saxon period are Widsith, Beowulf, Deor or the Lament of Deor, and Battle of Finnsburg. Okay? So Widsith is a poem. Beowulf is an epic poem which is very important. Deor or Lament of Deor is a poem. Battle of Finnsburg is a poem. So these are all poems. Among this, Beowulf is very important and it is the epic poem. Okay. So about Beowulf, it is the earliest epic of English literature. So this is a question, which is the earliest epic of English literature? Which is the earliest epic of English literature? That is Beowulf. Okay. Beowulf is also known as heroic epic. So earliest heroic epic of English literature is Beowulf. So there are also other poems in Old English literature, that is The Seafarer, which are all lyrics, okay, short poems. Epic is long poem and lyrics is short poem. The Seafarer, The Wanderer, The Husband's Message, The Ruin, The Wife's Lament. So these are lyrics. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about everything later, okay? Just study the names first. Now let's move on to next question. Which is the earliest prose of Anglo-Saxon period? The earliest prose is the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. Okay, who wrote the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle? Who collaborated the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle? It is Alfred the Great. Alfred the Great, who reigned over England from 871 to 901. So Old English period was from, we all know, 450 to 1066, right? So in between that, who reigned? Alfred the Great from 871 to 901. Okay? And he contributed the earliest prose of English literature, which is Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. He encouraged education and supervised the completion of the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. Who supervised the completion of Anglo-Saxon Chronicle? Alfred the Great. So whenever you see the question about Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, please remember that it is the earliest prose, and who compiled it? Alfred the Great. So these are all the basic things that you should study about Old English and Anglo-Saxon period. So in next episode, we will see the questions from all these things: Widsith, Beowulf, Deor, Battle of Finnsburg, Seafarer, Wanderer. So we'll give you a short summary or short points and important questions on these. Okay, we'll have notes on everything. So just few points, and you will complete Anglo-Saxon and Old English period, and you just study these points and you will be able to crack any questions from Old English and Anglo-Saxon poetry, which I'm saying from my experience. Okay. So thank you so much. We'll see you in next episode.